We're going to do some one-liner jokes today, help you to understand and bring a little joy into your life. Take a look at this picture and see 89% of the men just like big tits, and 50% of the men liked her eyes, 25% comment on her hair, but most of the men didn't notice that King Kong was in the back of the picture until after they were told. Well, I'm going to try to bring a little grin into your life with a couple of one-liner comics. And if your dog's barking at the back door and your wife yelling at the front door, who do you let in? We let the dog in because you'll shut up. Efficiency is a highly developed form of laziness. Well, we got a bunch of one-liners here. Let's watch some good people do something.
I stayed up one night playing poker with tarot cards. I got a full house and 4 people died.
I want to dedicate my performance tonight to my father, who was a roofer. So, Dad, if you're up there.
You know, today I found a guy's hand in my pocket. I said, "What do you want?" He said, "I want a match." I said, "Why did you ask for it?" He said, "I don't talk to strangers."
So, good evening. My name is Chris Turner, although I am changing it to AAA, so I can claim to be the world's best arcade gamer.
Growing up, I was under the impression my dad didn't like me very much because he hardly ever did anything with me. He only took me fishing once, and I remember swimming back to shore thinking, my dad doesn't like me very much.
A wise man once said, efficiency is just intelligent laziness. But I once said that feet are just shit hands.
I only went golfing once, and I remember swimming back to shore thinking, golf's a lot like fishing.
I had an uncle up here who was a psychic, knew the exact day he was going to die. The warden told him.
So Halloween is soon upon us. I remember the first time my father took me trick-or-treating. I remember swimming back to shore thinking, Snoopy costumes are heavy when they're wet.
I have a telescope on the peephole on my door so I can see who's at the door for 200 miles. Who isn't? Who is it gonna be when you get here?
Did I already do my deja vu joke?
I broke a mirror in my house and I'm supposed to get 7 years bad luck, but my lawyer thinks he can get me 5. I finally went to the eye doctor. I got contacts, but I only need them when I read, so I got flip-ups.
Standing in the park today wondering, why does a Frisbee appear larger the closer it gets? And then it hit me. Went to a karaoke bar last night that didn't play any 70s music. At first I was afraid. Oh, I was petrified.
There's an American saying, possessor is 9/10 of the word.
I went to university on a swimming scholarship. In university, I was going to join the debating team, but someone talked me out of it.
A drunk gets into a taxi. He said, "Take me to the Waldorf Astoria Hotel." He says, "You're at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel." He said, "Next time, don't drive so fast."
My friend asked me, if you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be? I said Cold War Russia.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm a romantic. I'm such a romantic. I actually remember my first date. My father came along and acted as a chaperone, which was awkward because my date couldn't swim, but the point.
I got an answering machine for my phone. Now when I'm not home and someone calls me up, they hear a recording of a busy signal.
My grandma, who's addicted to tea, hates the way I say things. She doesn't enjoy my visit.
My girlfriend's family are quite religious. I remember the first time I went to stay with her at her parents' house, and her dad wouldn't let us sleep together, which was a shame because he's very attractive.
I have a map of the United States, its actual size. It says 1 mile equals 1 mile. People ask me where I live, I say E5.
My dad has a weird hobby. He collects empty bottles, which sounds so much better than alcoholic, doesn't it?
I'm really quite a normal person. I'm very good friends with 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
I got a wonderful doctor. Before the operation, he touches up the x-rays.
I bought one of those little glass ball things with the snow in it. You turn it upside down, then you turn it back, and it starts snowing. I bought one. Except the one I have has a little plow in it that comes out and does the roads.
My local drama society put on an evening of XXX Roman plays. I thought it sounded really sexy, so I went along. It was just 30 plays.
Last night I was in a bar and I walked up to this beautiful woman and I said, "Do you live around here often?" She said, "You're wearing 2 different color socks." I said, "Yes, but to me they're the same because I go by thickness."
I have a girlfriend. I've been going out with my girlfriend for sex. Oh, yeah. We like the sex.
And she said, "How do you feel?" And I said, "Well, you know, when you're sitting on a chair and you lean back so you're just on 2 legs and then you lean too far and you almost fall over with just at the last second you catch yourself. I feel like that all the time."
My girlfriend says I'm afraid of commitment. Well, she's not my girlfriend. She's more a wife. My wife and I have decided we don't want children. If anybody does, we can drop them off tomorrow.
Well, are you having fun getting some grins? Alcohol's not the answer. It just makes you forget the question. And only dead fish should go with the flow. Something to think about.
It's my birthday recently. For my birthday, I got a humidifier and a dehumidifier. I put them in the same room, let them fight it out. Then I filled my humidifier with wax. Now my room's all shiny.
Please. Now we have a beautiful little girl who we named after my mom. In fact, passive-aggressive psycho turns 5 tomorrow.
I went to a museum where they had all the heads and arms from the statues that are in all the other museums.
I like what mechanics wear, overall. People call me a hypochondriac, which really hurts. I quit my job at the helium gas factory. I refuse to be spoken to in that tone.
I had trouble going home from there because I had parked my car in a towaway zone. When I came back, the entire area was gone. So I walked home. Everywhere is walking distance if you have the time.
And the next scene, I'm sitting on the stool having a drink. Over here's the man on the stool having a drink. He falls down 3 times. I pick him up each time. Bartender, where does this man live? I'll give him a lift home. Tells me where he grabbed the man, pull him down to the car, open the back seat, put him in, he falls down.
Did I already do my deja vu joke?
I get to the address they gave me, I pull the man out of the car, he falls down 3 more times. I pick him up each time. I knock on the door. Mrs. Einstein, I brought your husband home. She says, where's his wheelchair?
I wish I could sleep, but the attention deficit disorder kicks in. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, cow, turtle, duck, old MacDonald had a farm. Hey, Macarena! Well, I hope you're having fun with these one-liners.
That's the thing, my friends. I'm a one-liner comedian. I'm not a storyteller. And interesting how that all started.
I used to work for the factory where they make hydrants, but you couldn't park anywhere near the place. I used to be a proofreader for a skywriting company.
I'm tired of people calling me lazy. I've had it up to here. No, I am lazy. I'm so lazy, I didn't write a punch.
Guy walks in the doctor, he said, Doctor, I have a ring in my ear. What'll I do? He said, don't answer.
Years ago, I worked in a natural organic health food store in Seattle, Washington, and one day a man walked in and he said, if I melt dry ice, can I swim without getting wet? I said, I don't know. Let me ask Tony.
Just because I have arthritis doesn't mean I can't live a normal life.
I told her I knew when I was going to die because my birth certificate has an expiration date on it. I decided to leave and go to California, so I packed up my Salvador Dali print of 2 blindfolded dental hygienists trying to make a circle on an Etch-a-Sketch.
Irony! That's one thing I truly do respect about you people here in Britain. You get irony, and it's everywhere. Today I slapped a homeless person so hard, my charm bracelet fell off.
And I headed for the highway and began hitching. Within 3 minutes, I got picked up by one of those huge trailer trucks carrying 20 brand new cars. I climbed up the side of the cab and he opened the door and the guy said, I don't have much room in here. Why don't you get in one of the cars and back? So I did. He's really into picking up people because he picked up 19 more. We all had our own cars. Then he went 90 miles an hour. We all got speeding tickets.
Irony. Sharon Osbourne judges talent. I know. Irony. There's a paper in Britain called The Sun.
I had the photograph on my license taken out of focus on purpose. So when the police do stop me, they go, here, you can go.
You can't write this stuff. There's a paper in Britain called The Sun. Yes. My father was a man of few words. I remember he used to say to me, son,
If sometimes you can't hear me, it's because sometimes I'm in parentheses. I bought some powdered water, but I don't know what to add.
I want to write a mystery novel. Or do I? I actually have written a book. Or have I? I won't do it again. Or will he? It's hard to tell with this renegade.
I'm entering the Stranger Sweepstakes. It's a contest. You pay 50 cents. You get a little card that has a number on it. Then you go up to any stranger. You scratch a penny on his head. If the number under there matches the number you have, you win $100. I won twice. I was beat up 11 times.
I've written a book about a transsexual with a speech impediment. It's titled Man or Myth. It's in bookstores. I love to go to bookstores. Sorry, wrong joke.
It's a good airline by a combination one-way round-trip ticket. You leave any Monday. They bring you back the previous Friday. That way you still have the weekend.
I love to go to bookstores and say to the clerk, "Hello, I'm looking for a book titled How to Deal with Rejection Without Killing." Do you have it?
I'm going to court next week. I have been selected for jury duty. Kind of an insane case. 6,000 ants dressed up as rice and robbed a Chinese restaurant.
Whether a joke's funny or not depends on your frame of mind and what is your intention.
I don't think they did it. I know a few of them, and they wouldn't do anything like that.
My therapist says I have a preoccupation with vengeance. We'll see about that. Do I watch a lot of television? Oh, yes.
I lost a buttonhole.
It's funny the things to remember. I remember my dead Uncle Harry once saying, he died 2 years later. He was crushed by a piano. His funeral was very low-key.
Another fellow walks to the doctor. The doctor said, "You're going to live to be 60. He said, "I am 60. What a tell you."
I'm a member of Overactors Anonymous, and we have an Overactors Anonymous meeting that starts in... an hour. I'm Stuart Francis. You've been fantastic. Good night, everyone.
I'm standing there naked. The doctor says, "Go over the window. Stick your tongue out the window." I said, "For what?" He said, "I'm mad at my neighbor."
Well, I hope you're brightening your day, getting a couple of grins from these one-liners. I hope that you kind of, bring a little smile in your life, and just want you to understand, and why did the blonde bring 16 friends to the movies? Well, under 17 is not admitted. And here's a real intellectual joke. Get rational. Be real.
Did I already do my deja vu joke?
I love this joke. How many pieces do you want? Well, how many pieces do you have? I think that's really funny. I hope I'm bringing a little smile to your day, and just when you think that the ends will meet, somebody moves the frickin' ends. And that there is a difference between an oral and rectal thermometer.
I'd like to recite the periodic table. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen!
And I bring a little extra smile to your life. I hope that you can understand the shock effect, like our friend gave us in this joke.
That was the element of surprise.
Well, that's our collection of one-liners for the day. I hope it made a little grin into your life. Pick up your immune system.